With tears streaming down his face, he remembers with trained photographic memory the hollow words the mugger spat at the elder Waynes. They turn, startled. As if his hands had minds of their own, he feels the pressure on his fingers as he slowly and inexorably pulls the trigger. Bruce Wayne has killed his parents. Today we're diving into a mind-bending fan theory that might just change everything you thought you knew about Batman's origins. You know how the story goes. Thomas and Martha Wayne, Bruce's parents, were murdered by a thug named Joe Chill in Crime Alley. But what if I told you there's a theory out there suggesting that Bruce Wayne himself might have been behind their deaths? Think about it. Batman's always been haunted by his parents' murder, using it as the driving force behind his crusade against crime. But what if deep down he felt guilty? What if he couldn't accept that he couldn't save them? This theory adds a whole new layer of complexity to the Dark Knight's psyche. It's a couple years from now, the chips are on the line, the multiverse is at stake. Again. Only this time it all comes down to Batman. He defeats the ultimate evil, only to find himself launched through time into a strangely familiar city. Scrambling to find some clothes after his costume got destroyed by Z-Rays in the epic battle, he nabs some threads off a low-hanging clothesline. He leaves his bat wallet full of cash on the windowsill. He's not a bad guy, after all. Just then, he sees a family of 3 emerge from the alley the clothesline was in. With a strange déjà vu, Bruce recognizes his mother and father. This is the night they were murdered. Bruce whirls around looking for Joe Chill, but it's only him and the Waynes. They barely glance at the ragged figure as they start to walk past. With a spike of cold horror, Bruce realizes that in the death throes of the ultimate evil he faced off against in the future, it must have sent him here for a reason. Color draining from his face, Bruce reaches a hand into the borrowed coat's pocket to find a dense metallic lump. Drawing it out of the pocket, he comes face to face with a snub-nosed revolver. A flash of terrible insight comes to Bruce along with an iron certainty. Without Batman, the universe would never survive the ultimate evil. Without this night, there is no Batman. This is his only chance. He must choose, break his one rule, or be complicit in the assured annihilation of the universe. There is no real choice. With tears streaming down his face, he remembers with trained photographic memory the hollow words the mugger spat at the elder Waynes. They turn, startled. As if his hands had minds of their own, he feels the pressure on his fingers as he slowly and inexorably pulls the trigger. Bruce Wayne has killed his parents in order to save everything else. In a blind haze, Bruce the Elder stumbles from the alley as Bruce the Younger wails into the night. Nearing the Narrows Bridge, Bruce's mind begins to crumble under the weight of what he has just done to himself. Unable to bear the maddening maelstrom of conflicting grief and certainty, he climbs to the highest point of the bridge, looks out over the long-suffering city, and jumps without looking into the icy depths 100 feet below. Later that night, dock workers pull a body from the water. No ID, no wallet. Nothing in the pockets but a gun and lint, broken and deathly pale. This theory is just one of the many mind-blowing and tragic ideas that fans have come up with over the years. But fear not, because I'll be back with even more mind-bending theories in the future. So stay tuned, Bat fans, and until next time, keep theorizing.